Welcome to video number 9, and video number 9 is going to cover WordPress personal profile settings. And this is actually where it starts getting interesting. We had a look at basic WordPress settings, and in this video we're going to get into more detail as to how to edit your own profile or the administrator profile. We're going to have a look at editing that. And let's start off by going to our WordPress site. Now, this is my WordPress site, and you probably have something similar as well, where we've tested our WordPress site and it's working. We now know how to use our toolbar, and in our toolbar video, I've explained to you on the right-hand side that you can quickly go and access your profile, and that's the thing that I want to concentrate about now, is talking about our actual profile. And it's quite important to keep your profile up to date, because at the end of the day, if you're going to use this for blogging, you want to be able to let the users understand who you are and why you're doing what you're doing, right? So to get to our profile, we can either go to this drop down, and we can go edit my profile, or we can go to WordPress, click on WordPress on the dashboard, and then once we're in the dashboard, we can go to users, and then once we're at users, you can either click on your profile, or you can go to your profile right here. I would normally recommend just by going, if you're back to your site, you can just click on your drop down and you edit my profile. As easy as that. That's why the toolbar at the top is so easy to use, and it's so handy to use to get by where you need to get. So the first option that we can look at is called our visual editor. Now, to understand what our visual editor is if we can open a post and add a new post, and I'm going to click it in a new tab, and we're just going to chat about it. Now, the visual editor is that you'll get two options when you create either a post or a page, and the visual is kind of what you can see when you, let's say, work on a like Word. Microsoft Word, where you have the physical front end of the post that you're posting. So I can see that this, I'm just going to write here, this is the front end of my post. And if I go to the text, this is the actual HTML section, and like I said, you need to know basic knowledge of HTML to understand this, and you will know that I'm closing the brackets on the H1, and if I go back to the visual editing, you'll see it will change automatically. So to differentiate between the two, the visual is basically the front end, how it will actually look like on the site, just like a word processor, and the text is the actual HTML. So to go back to our profile settings, I'm just going to leave this page because we're not going to use this. You can actually go and disable this section right there. So if I go and I disable, and always remember to update, always guys remember to save and update. Once we've done that and we go back to our page and we go add new, you'll see that you do not have the capability of looking at the visual editor at all. This is quite good for if you have a large WordPress site and you've got developers that works under you, you can go and chop and change that. So to go back to our settings, and you can go and collapse your menu, and I normally do that if I want a full view of my whole WordPress. And the second thing after visual editor is the color scheme. You can go and choose either blue or black. I like to keep it by blue. You can go and change it by black or whatever you like. So I'm going to change mine to blue because I like blue. And just looking in general settings, I'm just gonna go update before we go any further, and you can see that it's changed to the blue color right now. And so getting back to where we were with basic profile settings, you can create keyboard shortcuts for your specific profile, and just below that you can also show toolbar when viewing the actual site. So if you don't want to see the toolbar when you're actually viewing the site, you can disable this. The reason why we want to disable this is especially when you start developing and editing physical pages. You want to disable that because you only want to see how the website would look like for a user that is not logged in, right? So I'm going to keep mine enabled for now because I want to use the toolbar to navigate quickly to where I want. You can also, one thing you cannot do is change your actual username, but you can change your first name, and I'm going to add that right now. And I'm going to add my last name. I'm going to add my nickname, and I'm just going to leave it like that because that is my nickname. And you can add what do you want your posts on your posts or the public to see you as, and I'm going to change it. I want them to see me as my name and my surname. You can also change your email address. I'm going to change my email address to that. And you can see that you can go and add your website if you want to, and you can create an IM, and I'm going to create mine, and I'm going to just call it Skype because I'm on the Skype, and you can add a bio as well. This is my bio, and that's how it will display for a user. You can always also change your username, your password, and change the password if you want, and regularly change your password. It's quite recommended to do that. So that's when we look at our basic settings of our profile, we will definitely talk about this, and this is where you would change your profile information.